Okay, I wasn't going to do any more live feeds tonight, but I still have not heard any more on Nathan Mueller. Um, I've had a few people contact me, ask me what's up. I don't know. Um, Nathan, I don't, good or bad, don't matter. But he's a Marine, and the most important part, he's also a father. And when the Quincy Police Department put on their blotter that he's been missing, that means he had been missing for over 24 hours. So, you know, if anybody has any information, I'm sure, his kids are worried to death right now. And I know Quincy is a big community, but it's also small enough to where, somebody's got to know something. And I'm hoping if you do, call the police department, let them know. Um, as far as Nathan himself goes, I grew up with Nathan. I know exactly who Nathan is. He's also went to the Marine Corps, and he was a drill instructor. And he's very proud of that. And I know that he loves the hunting community in Quincy and the Mississippi Valley hunters and fishermen. Um, Good or bad, I don't care how people feel about the guy. One thing that I take pride on, and when I brag about Quincy, is no matter who somebody is, we all grew up together. And, I don't want anything bad to ever happen to Nathan or anybody else. But, you know, Nathan's also a Marine. I wish I had answers. I don't. It's not like I talk to the guy all the time or anything, because I don't. But, I do know him. I am friends with him. He is a Marine brother. But I also know that this is weird for him. So keep your eyes open. Um, I don't know what else to say. I do know that when Glenn Myers took his life, Nathan was one of the guys that called me up because he was worried to death about it, and he knew that I could get a hold of. He knew I'd do something. So here we've got a Marine that we don't know what's going on right now. We don't know what's going through his head. We don't know what kind of trauma he's had, or if it's just mental or PTSD or whatnot. But the only thing I keep thinking about is his kids are, he's got kids. And I've seen too many of my friends, either by accident or reality, do things that they thought was right or they thought they had to do, but was wrong. And, if there was a search going for him or something else, I'd be on it. But I'd do that for even the worst, anybody I can't stand or something. I would still do that because that's not how our community works. And I don't know where Nathan is tonight. Granted, I've never really known where he's at, other than when I see him, or he touches base with me every once in a while, or I run into him. But on the other hand, I don't want anything bad to happen to him, and I know nobody else does either. And believe it or not, he's a good dad. He's a good guy. You know, he's probably just as high strung as I am. Anyway, if you guys know anything at all, call the Quincy Police Department. Maybe they found him. I don't know. There's nothing on social media. There's nothing in the news. There's no chatter about it right now. But when they put it on the Quincy Police Department, that means he was already missing for over 24 hours. And since they still haven't found him, or since there is no word, that means no one has seen him still. And being a Marine brother, we don't ever leave anybody behind. So if anybody knows anything at all, or just pray tonight, and that's why I asked everybody to put it on their webpage, because I know a lot of people in Quincy, and those people know people. And right now, no matter what the feelings are about somebody, this is not something we ever wish upon anybody. We don't want anything bad, because Nathan does matter. And he's a very important person to his kids, to his family, to his friends, to the Marines. And I wish him, I hope this is just one of those situations where he just went camping or something for a couple days, because he just had to get away from it all. But knowing how bad people's PTSD gets, and having witnessed so many of my friends, thinking they were taking the easy way out, I never thought Nathan would be like that, and I still don't think he's like that. I'm just really hoping he just hasn't touched base. He's taking a break. But tonight, if you could say a prayer for Nathan. I know who his family is, and they're great people. His sister, they all went to my church, and his sister has been a friend of mine for years. But he is a Marine, and that's why I have to do this. So if anybody knows anything about Nathan Mueller, make sure to call the police department, and see what we can do and find out. So, Nathan, if you see this or you watch this, contact somebody. Do something. You are important. We all have fun and games. We all get frustrated and upset at each other sometimes. But you need to reach out and touch somebody right now. You need to just let us know that you're okay. I'm not, one of those people that hangs out in your friend group. But on the other hand, we're Marines. And we can't leave each other behind. Anyway, if anybody knows anything, please get it out there. I don't know what else to say to it. Other than I have had any word yet, and I'm not seeing any chatter anywhere. So, tonight, I ask each of you to pray. I ask each of you to... I didn't need to see that part. Anyway. It's too many people. We've got I don't need any more Marine brothers dying on me. I don't care what my feeling is about them. I don't want anything bad to happen to them, and really do want the best for them. Anyway, this one says, with regard to Nathan, he sent text messages about suicidal thoughts. Cops are pinging his phone, and he is still being seen gambling around town. If you see him, please call 911 or his wife. We hope to find him soon. He's staying off the beaten path. This is coming from his wife, who is a friend of mine. Thing about it is, with my connections and not a single person, I don't think he is gambling around town. Because believe it or not, there's, I have just same friends he does, and if anybody would have seen him, they would have said something. Anyway, Nate, if you're out there, if you don't call your wife, at least call, the police department to let them know you're okay, or that you're taking a break or something. Anyway, that's what I got for you tonight, everybody.